everyone, this is the Commander, and today I'm going to review Season 2, Episode 7 of The Mandalorian. This was another great episode. It was only 37 minutes. I wished it would have been a little longer. Hopefully the next one is going to be more like an hour. I want it to be very long because it is the last episode, the next one. But so yeah, this is a pretty good episode and moves the plot along. Doesn't reveal any new characters or something like most of these have, but it is still a pretty cool episode. And plus, we have had lots of other new Star Wars stuff revealed yesterday or 2 days ago, and I will make another video on that after this one. So that one should come out a day after this one or something like that. Okay, but let's start with the episode where Mayfeld, he's from Season 1, and he's doing work because he's a criminal to the New Republic, worked with the Empire, and he's on this kind of scrapyard planet. He's, kind of enslaved, but not really, because he's a prisoner. So then Cara Dune arrives and asks Mayfeld to come with her. And then the slave one is there. It's just cool to see it landed on the planet. It's so cool to have the slave one back. So yeah. And then we see Boba, Mando, and Fennec march out. And then, so Boba has this new paint job. We have always seen, I'm pretty sure about this, we have always seen Boba with his kind of rusted, worn paint. And then he did this new paint job, and it looks slick. It looks amazing. I would love to see more of him with this. It just looks so cool. And so, yeah, they were able to convince Mayfeld to come with them because, Kara is a New Republic marshal, and they all get on the slave one, and we got to see the interior, which is pretty cool. It's like windows all around, looks quite modern. Yeah, it's really cool. I'm not sure, but I think this is the first time we got to see the slave one in live action. We might have seen it in the Clone Wars one time, but that is pretty cool. So then we have Mayfeld telling Mando that Gideon's coordinates on his light cruiser can be found on Morak. Gideon's not on Morak, but his coordinates can be found there. And there's also a Rhydonium refinery. Rhydonium, pretty sure it's in Star Wars Rebels, and it's some kind of explosive, Star Wars material. So then they arrive on Morak, which is a tropical planet, and I'm going to say right now, this episode reminds me a lot of Rogue One. The fact that it's a tropical planet, like Scarif, and just kind of the aspects. Refinery reminds me of some stuff in Jedi Fallen Order. I just love the callbacks and how it reminds me of old stuff in Star Wars. So yeah, then Mayfeld and Mando get in 2 Imperial tank driver uniforms like Rogue One. So that's another reason for the comparison to Rogue One. And then they hop into this Juggernaut, which could possibly be a recycled clone turbo tank, or just a new thing, but it is a Juggernaut. So then they drive through this jungle, and there's an explosion in the distance where some Juggernauts are destroyed. And then some alien pirates attack the tank, and the Mandalorian fights them. But he's out of ammo, and he has to use his militias to take him down. And I think it's because he doesn't have his Mandalorian outfit with him, and he has to use his resources. It's kind of harder for him to fight, I feel. And then more aliens come. There's a lot of these guys, 30, 20, there's a lot of them, or they just survive. And then Mando asks Mayfeld to drive faster, but he can't because you've got the Rhydonium that they're carrying. So then the Mandalorian fights more pirates, but he's overwhelmed. There's too many of them. And then one pirate puts a detonator on the explosive Rhydonium. Mando gets it off, and then the pirates, he throws it at the pirates, but I think they survived somehow. And then the pirates have more detonators that they're threatening to throw. But then the Empire saves the day. It's quite an interesting thing to see the Empire saving the day by TIE fighters destroying the remaining alien pirates. So then they're going over this bridge, arriving at the refinery, and the stormtroopers and shore troopers salute the arriving Juggernaut, and the Mandalorian and Mayfeld exit the Juggernaut. Mayfeld refused to go into this room where that little terminal where they can find the Imperial light cruiser coordinates, Gideon's cruiser, because um, his former officers there when he was at the Empire, and she might be mad or something could happen there. And then Mando takes matters into his own hands and heads to the terminal. And then he takes off his helmet. We got to see this late last season. We're seeing it again now. And yeah, I think it definitely builds character by taking off his helmet. And then because he has to scan his face. And so yeah, Mando taking a risk here for the child. So then he gets the coordinates of the light cruiser, but he's encountered by Valdez, who is Mayfeld's former officer, I believe. And then Mayfeld kind of saves the day by saying that Mando's his fake designation is Brown Eye. It's like his name, because Valdez was asking for Mando's name. And then Valdez offered the two a drink for their success, being the only Juggernaut to get to the refinery. So then they have a drink. I don't know if Valdez was poisoning the drink for some reason. Whenever a bad guy says to have a drink, I think they're poisoning it, but I don't know if that's true. So Mayfeld sets a toast to Operation Sindel, which is a reference to Battlefront 2. We saw that with Iden Versio, so that it's really cool what they're doing there. And then Mayfeld makes the point that many people were killed by the Empire during that time, as the Empire sets a sacrifice, but yeah, they don't really care. So then Valdez says that everybody thinks they want freedom, but they really want order, and that's why he believes the Empire is going to rise back up. And when Mayfeld is saying this stuff, not Mayfeld, Valdez is saying this stuff, he kind of has a creepy look on his face, and yeah, this guy it's a little creepy. He's a human and doesn't have some kind of weird shape deformation like a Palpatine, but yeah, he does have an interesting looking appearance on his face. So yeah, then Mayfeld kills Valdez suddenly, and then they take down some more Imperials because obviously they know that they are not Imperials. So then Mayfeld and Mando go on a balcony above a dam on the planet, and then Fennec and Cara Dune snipe Imperials that are attacking Mayfeld and Mando on the balcony. Then Boba comes with the Slave One and picks Mayfeld and Mando up on the roof of the refinery. And Mayfeld, when he's on the Slave One getting away, he shoots a cyclo rifle at the Rhydonium on the Juggernaut, and this explodes the refinery. And then a reference to Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. I'm pretty sure this was used in the Slave One uses a seismic charge we see from the former Slave One with Jango. And it uses a seismic charge to destroy the remaining TIE fighters. And then the heroes are safe on the ground, and Kara pretends that Mayfeld died in the explosion at the refinery to let him go. It's a funny thing between the two, and she's letting Mayfeld go because she knows she's not a threat to the New Republic anymore. So then we go to the Imperial light cruiser, where Moff Gideon receives a message from Mando, which is the same thing that Moff Gideon said in season 1, you know, you have something I want. You're not quite unsure of what possession you have, and that's really funny how it's going back, kind of volleying with that. So yeah, this was a great episode. It's fun to see this tropical planet and all our heroes fighting together. I hope this next one is kind of similar with all these characters, and then you bring in Bo-Katan, Ahsoka, maybe even throw in like the guy from the first episode that I forget now. What's its name? Okay, so yeah, bring in all of those characters now. So yeah, it should be an epic episode next, and I think it should be a space battle because we are dealing with an Imperial light cruiser that we saw from Rebels. So please make sure to subscribe, like, and check out my other channels. I've got 3 other channels in addition to this one, and this is the Commander signing out.